Greetings, this is going to be an update on some of the channel analytics. For those of you interested in the analytics of this channel, this video might be worthwhile. If you're not interested in the analytics of this channel, I don't mean to waste your time. There are plenty of other videos on this channel that you might find more informative. But onward to analytics, let's go to monetization here. Now the funny thing about YouTube is that in order to be monetized as a channel, you have to exceed both 1,000 subscribers as well as 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months. So as you can see, I'm about to cross the 4,000 watch hours, even though I have deleted a few videos, and that retroactively removes the contribution of those videos to the watch hours. I'm nonetheless going to cross this either tomorrow or day after. But in terms of subscribers, I'm still a fair bit away. I have to get another 367 subscribers to get to 1,000. Now, monetization isn't the be-all and end-all of anything, because once you barely clear monetization, you're still making very negligible money. One of the problems with YouTube is that they show ads on videos for channels that are not monetized. So any ads that you see before watching my videos are ads that I do not make any money from. YouTube makes 100% of the money from those ads. After someone gets monetized, then the creator makes 45% and YouTube keeps 55%. That's how it works. It would be ideal if they did not show ads before the videos of channels that are not monetized yet, because it is inhibiting their ability to get to monetization just because the viewers have to endure those ads and the creator is not making any money from those ads. But whatever, I'm going to get monetized relatively soon anyway. It just causes a small delay. So my hours are in excess of subscribers, and this is ideal for YouTube in that I'm getting a lot of viewership hours in a high-paying niche, but YouTube gets all the ad revenue. Now from there, we go on to other aspects of the channel analytics. I'm going to go to audience. Now, as you can see here, only 46% of my audience is from the United States. The other 54% is from the rest of the world. It's a little surprising that countries like the Netherlands and Portugal are number 2 and number 4 in my viewership. That's not where I would have expected the number 2 or number 4 largest amount of views to come from. But that's nice in any event. And the fact that more than half of my audience is non-US definitely factors into the content that I produce, because I keep saying all these metrics such as technological deflation, monetary creation, and so forth are worldwide. And therefore, anyone who discusses these subjects has to take a worldwide perspective. Now on to channel demographics. 65% are from subscribed people, only 35% are from not subscribed. That's a little bit less than normal, because for more well-established channels it's about 50-50. So I'm more dependent on subscribers than the average channel. Gender breakdown, 10% female, 90% male, which is what you'd expect for a channel of this type of content. The topics discussed here affect all people, of course, but this subject matter is going to be about 10%, 90% in terms of its split. Over time, I'm going to introduce other themes that will bring this closer to 20%, 80%. That's part of the future video rollout that I do. But here's what's most interesting. This is the age breakdown. Over here, the average age of people who view my channel is around 30 or 31. Almost everyone watching this channel is in fact younger than me. Now, when I was blogging at The Futurist from 2006 to 2021, almost all of my regular readers were older than me, and not just way back in 2006, but even up to the very end, 2020 and 2021, all the regular readers were older than me, whereas on this YouTube channel, almost all the viewers are younger than me, and many are much younger than me. So that tells me a couple of things. A lot of the readers from The Futurist have not migrated over here, and older people often tell me that they prefer to read things rather than watch videos, whereas younger people obviously do prefer videos. So this is a change in how demographics even take in content, which is noteworthy. And since the average audience here is younger, I'm going to shape some of the future content accordingly. I'm going to give other types of content streams more attention, including ones that are useful, practical advice for people early in their careers, and even how to hack a high-tech career and how to choose the right startup to join, how to rise up the ranks, things like that. That will be among the future content video roadmap. But yeah, almost everyone watching this channel is younger than me, and the median age is quite a bit younger than me. So now we go to engagement, and I want to take the entirety of this channel. These are the videos that have contributed the most hours. Hours and views have some correlation, but not an exact correlation because some videos are viewed for much more time than others. What's interesting is that the audiobook videos where I'm just reading out my own book, I'm not providing any other commentary other than reading out my own book, are still pretty high in terms of hours generated. I have 2 in the top 9 it seems, so there is demand for that type of audiobook type of thing where I'm just reading off my own book. But this is also interesting, the likes versus dislikes. YouTube has gotten rid of the dislike button, which I'm very opposed to, and probably almost everyone is opposed to. But I had a very good like to dislike ratio. Many of my videos are 100% likes, and the only ones that go down into the 70% of likes are ones where I'm tackling the mainstream viewpoint and exposing why the mainstream viewpoint is wrong, such as why we do not have hyperinflation, even though so many people say we do, and also why cryptocurrencies are something that average people should not get involved with. That brings it down to the 70s. But even if I avoided those topics, every other video is high 90s to even a perfect 100%, and therefore my likes to dislikes ratio is 97.6%. That's about as good as anyone can ever get. 97.6% is very, very high. Unfortunately, this is not something that the YouTube algorithm values, because if the like to dislike ratio were a criteria in the promotion of a video or a channel onto YouTube, I would get much more exposure, but apparently that is not something that the algorithm prioritizes. So those were some of the channel analytics that I wanted to share, and it's also an opportunity for some viewer questions. A couple of commenters have said that the audio is not great, even though I have upgraded the microphone a couple times. I do want more opinions about that. To me, the audio sounds fine, but then that's just my assessment of it. I do need some more feedback about whether the audio is good relative to successful channels or not. I have been researching ways to improve video production quality, and I'm going to turn some of that on over Thanksgiving, which is Thursday, November 25th, for those of you who are not in the US. And ultimately, I'm going to be introducing more and more types of subjects. One thing that I don't like about YouTube is that all these successful creators say you have to focus on a very narrow niche, and that is itself part of the problem, because siloing of knowledge and focusing on one niche is in fact the problem with why a lot of people cannot figure out what's going on in the world. I often say how the economics establishment cannot figure out what's happening in economics because they're super specialized and very theoretical. I believe my channel should enable people to benefit from everything that I know, which is not just one subject or 2 or 3. I know about a lot of different subjects, and everyone should be able to benefit from that. So I don't want to conform to just a niche. I have a vision of this being a 1,000 video channel, and most of those 1,000 videos are not made yet because a lot of the existing videos will eventually be pruned and redone with better production quality. Of the 1,000 videos that I have a vision for, only about 50 of those are made so far. Most of the others that have been made so far are going to eventually be replaced with better versions of the same. But anyway, any comments on that are certainly something that I'm happy to read. But yeah, definitely tell me about the quality of the sound, etc., because some people have said that it's still not good. That is the most important thing in any YouTube channel, the sound quality. To my ear, it sounds good, and if it is subpar, it's not because of the hardware, it's because of, in the process of editing, things like bass and treble and compressor and low pass, high pass, band pass filters in relation to sound are something that's hard to figure out what's right and what improves the quality if you've never done that before, and it's not easy to find tutorials about that either. So any comments about that are certainly of value. But anyway, this was a brief statistical update, and I certainly wanted to keep everyone up to date since we're about to cross one of the important thresholds of monetization, which was the hours. In terms of subscribers, well, we'll get there pretty soon. And after that, it's going to be pretty fun because then you get promoted a little bit more on YouTube and things start to happen. So anyway, thanks for all the early subscribers because we couldn't have gotten here without you. A lot of people don't want to subscribe to a channel that has too few subscribers because they assume the channel is not very good. Yet that creates that chicken and egg problem. So many thanks to all of you early subscribers, especially those in the first 200, but nonetheless, everyone out of the first 633. Your faith in this channel is greatly valued and enables us to get to what will eventually be much higher heights. Thank you very much for watching.